You guys are well acquainted with Jonathan Handel, the entertainment attorney and journalist, our guide through Hollywood's tumultuous 2023, providing insights amid the historic dual writers and actors strike. Well, now Jonathan is trying his hand at a new venture, children's literature. Who Do You Want to Be is out later this month and shows kids the countless possibilities of what they can do with their lives. The book also puts on display the real-life promise and perils of artificial intelligence. Entertainment attorney, journalist, and now children's book author, Jonathan Handel, back with us. Congrats on the book.
Thank you.
We see your designs all around us, or not really your designs, the computer designs. We'll talk more about that in a moment. But let's start with this idea of Jonathan Handel, children's book author. Why a children's book?
Why not? I had written a kid's song, and it occurred to, I'd written the lyrics, I should say, to a kid's song, and it occurred to me that if I spaced it out page by page, occupation by occupation, that I could make an illustrated kid's book, except that I don't know how to illustrate. And to do the illustrations for what's about an 80-page book would be about $15,000 and many months of work with a human illustrator. So I decided to take another approach, which was AI. Now, I don't feel that I put an illustrator out of work because I just wouldn't have done it at that price. But the AI, as you know, is trained on existing work. So it's trained on existing illustration work. And so I decided to give 10% of the revenues from the book to a nonprofit, the Society of Children's Book Writers and Illustrators.
So, how does it work? I mean, to walk us through it. So you write the lyrics, and then what do you type in? How does it go?
It's actually surprisingly simple. Most of the illustrations, all I typed in was colorful illustration for a kid's book of. And then the fireman is more, who's on the cover, is more complicated. But, you know, a writer. And it gives me a writer working in it. It's at night, and there's a cat at his feet, and all this kind of stuff. It gives all this detail without being asked. And if the illustration isn't so interesting, you hit regenerate, it tries again, completely different version. I have a lyric that goes, I could be a lawyer, but that's too boring. My mom does that, and she's always snoring. So I said a female lawyer snoring. And after a bunch of iterations, I got one that was just right.
And how long did it take to illustrate this book?
Less than 24 hours. In fact, they put you on a bit of a, you know, they turn you off for a bit to even out the load on the computer servers among people. It could have been done in 8 or 10 hours.
Was there a particular site that you used?
Yeah, I used ChatGPT for the input, and it's connected to a illustration program called DALL-E. And it just generates these, just thinking, 45 seconds later, you get an illustration. It
is nice that you're donating to that charity, but there are still people that are going to see this and that are thinking, this is not good for the real people that sit and work so hard at this. What do you say to people like that are worried, especially as somebody who's covered AI in Hollywood and all the concerns over AI for so long? It
is a concern, and that is why I'm donating the money. This is, you know, the cost, the going price for a kid's book illustration apparently is about $165 from a site that connects you with illustrators. If you take the subscription price I paid, $20 a month, and piecework that out, it was a ½ cent an illustration. That's a 30,000 to 1 ratio. And what that tells us is that the economic pressure, when the technology becomes mature enough in a given domain, is just inexorable. I mean, who can, you know, 30,000 to 1, what are you going to do with that? Now, that's not currently feasible in video, in film, TV, and so forth, and what the actors especially were concerned about. But will it become feasible at some point? Probably.
Yeah, I saw some video of like an AI news anchor this weekend, and it is not good.
Yeah.
I mean, it's good, but it's not good.
But it's not good, that's right.
All right, Jonathan, thank you so much. Congratulations on the book. We'll tell people where they can get it. Again, the book is called Who Do You Want to Be? It's available soon in print and digital. For more on all this, you can head to Jonathan's Substack, jhandel.news. Congrats.
That's right. And it'll be available on Amazon when it is available in a few weeks.
Excellent. Thanks,
Thank
Jonathan.
You.
Congratulations. Great
Thanks
to see you.
Good to
Marla,
see you.
over to you.